Welcome to Nashville Super Speedway, qualifying underway for the Arc Music Xfinity Series presented by Mr. Ghoshman. You see Ian Montrose out on track in the number 1. We got new cameras to play with. We got all kinds of new toys to check out, so bear with us as we're hopping all around with them. Lots of cars out on track. Say a quick congratulations to Cliff Mullins, who has determined the winner of the race last week after 4 cars got DQ'd. Yeah, I did, Jake. I did just as we were coming live to fix that. Thank you, though. Normally I do forget. Lucas fastest so far in the 97 712 brakes. Johnny Benson styled number 97 Camaro. Need some zoom. That needs some zoom. Let's try some zoom on it. Brad Wilson P2 as Lucas improves on his second lap. We're gonna throw some zoom on this. We're gonna do it. Look at there. Now I can see a race car. Probably scooch it. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Brad Wilson goes to the pole after he jumps over Lucas there. Scott Rankin third quick so far. Just on his first lap. It's about a 10th off of the pole time. Second lap is quicker, but stays third. Takes a little chunk out of the gap that he was behind, but remains third. Remains P3. Travis has already completed his lap in 4th. Montrose 5th. And Swicegood 6th. Llewellyn 7th. Newton 8th. Wolfenbarger currently 9th. See if he picks up like his teammate on the pole did. And he does to a 29.96. That should move him up to 4th. Sheldon Phillips on first lap for Sheldon. The happy birthday Bella car. Have to say several happy birthdays to Bella today. We get every driver we interview to say it once we get into the actual race. Just for the fun. Hey, Red Cell. Welcome on in, my friend. Trent heading out for his qualifying effort. I think he brushed the wall on one of his laps. We'll have to get it done on the second one here. Back to the line for Trent. It's like a 30.006 puts him P5. Hayden on his second lap. First lap he kind of took it easy. Second lap he's putting the throttle down. Puts in a 29.89. Good enough for 4th. Nice lap there for Mr. Sheldon. Nice lap there for Hayden. Alec goes to P6. The 07 True Speed Toyota. Looks like they just got out some duct tape and slapped that number on there before the race. Got the backup car out and threw some numbers on it for Alec Kane. Casey Graves' backup car out there. Yeah, Thomas Green, former series champion, currently 14th. Blake Giglio's headed out there as well. See what Thomas Green can put in his second lap. First lap was 14th quick. Cliff Mullins also heading out there for his attempt. We'll watch Thomas to the stripe. 29.87. Should put him up into the top 5. Goes to 4th. Check in on Nick Cooper, the 29 Ford. I don't know about y'all, but I get horrible flashbacks when I see a Sim Stamp 29 in Arial font. Oh, he slid that thing big time sideways. He's trying to stop before he gets to the line and starts the next lap. And it's not going to matter, honestly. So he already started that second lap. So Matt Benke has crashed the Amtrak car. That'll be a backup for the Amtrak team. Just checking on Cliff out there in the pink, teal, and gray, 37. And Blake Giglio on 16, currently on track. Those two cars not yet set a lap. Blake had a 30.049, but then must have rushed the wall somewhere along the way. Second lap by 29.92. That'll move him up to the top 6. Cliff puts in a 30.64. Let's see if he's able to improve on lap number 2. It's currently 18 out of 19. 4 cars at the tail of the field not qualifying yet. 1 car not allowed to even be in this event, so he's just here helping out Travis, which is fine. So 20, I guess 2 cars here tonight. Nice sized field. As we watch Mullins out of turn 4 back to the line. 30.10 moves up to 13th. And it looks like it's Brad Wilson's pole. Let's go chat with Mr. 51 Brad Wilson. Bradley, DG, you got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Well, looks like you've wrapped up the pole here for this race. How do we feel about starting up front here?
I honestly don't know. Every time I've started up front here, it doesn't end well, and when I usually wreck in qualifying and start in the back, we do well. So we're just gonna try to be cautious, I guess.
Not really a good omen, it seems, but we'll see how it goes for you here in, I don't know, what was it, 130, 140? I didn't even see.
130. Oh God, I just saw that.
130, yeehaw. Well, cool looking paint scheme you got going on there with a little cross hatching down the silver on the side. Is that new?
I think this was the playoff car we had last season. We've decided to bring it out. Playoffs are getting ready to start. Don't know if we're gonna make it. I don't know point situation, but just we're bringing good luck out here.
You hoping it'll get you into them playoffs. All right, then. Good luck in the regular season finale, and hopefully it'll work out for you here.
All right, thank you, sir.
It's Brad Wilson starting on pole tonight in that number 51 Shenandoah Shine Ford Mustang. As we get ready for our race here, we got 2.5 minutes still. Let's pull in Lucas and see what he's got to say about the race tonight. Lucas, DG, surprise. Sorry, didn't mean to interrupt you there. We were just killing some time since qualifying's over, nobody out on track, and already talked to Brad Wilson. We still got 2 minutes left, so we figured come talk to Lucas and see what his thoughts are about how the race will unfold, how a race goes over a long run at this track in Nashville.
Yeah, I couldn't really get a handle on it in practice. The thing, like, for qualifying, you just completely scrub the tires off, and somehow it's fast. I don't know, it was weird, and then, I don't know, I'm guessing we'll have to save tire, I would hope, in the race. You know, these cars are pretty big on tire wear, so guess I'll try to save tire and hope for the best, but I'm not feeling too confident right now.
Zen 4, yeah, my experience is usually that right front's a bitch to hold on to here, so that's true for me in most tracks, though. So may just be my driving style, who knows. Congrats on that front row start for you there, that old 97. You got some quick shout outs for us?
Yeah, just Quinn 712 brakes. The absolute garbage cans that made the earbuds I had during the dirt race, I had to toss those in the garbage. And you for broadcasting and ready to put this on.
All right, and say happy birthday, Bella.
Happy birthday.
There you go. All right, man, get out of here. Enjoy your race. Luke is up at his chat. Hold, I'm loading. You got about 60 seconds. You got about 60 seconds to get your ass in here. We can't hold it. You know that. Good luck getting in here, Tyler. All right. That'll do for that. Now we just wait for the final 60 seconds to tick off here. And Tyler made it. He got his registration to go through. It's writing. Your registration's in, so you should be able to load in and make the race now. About 30 seconds to spare. Well, all right. We have quite a show for you here tonight. I should get long green flag runs because this track tends to lend itself to that kind of racing here at Nashville Super Speedway. So hopefully that comes to fruition. I would love to see some long green flag runs and make these guys save a little tire and see how it plays out. Final few seconds tick out here. Cody with the shocker in chat. Cody not running tonight. You don't like Nashville? There is the checker flag on qualifying. We are headed in. Tight. Not one of those ones where you're like, I got a race. I like Nashville better than a lot of tracks.
Okay,
even though
guys,
it is
welcome
tight.
to Nashville. We got 130 laps. Halfway is going to be at the end of lap 65. You got 5 total sets of tires. Starts on green. Restart is on the leaders after the pace car goes onto the pit road. Leader has lane choice. If you have any other questions, holler. Good luck. Have fun.
Don't die. Hey, mediocre. How you feeling? Welcome in. We got Chrissy copping in. Hey, Chrissy, good to see you. Good luck, Trenton. Let's see if old Trent's hanging out back there in ninth spot. See if we can drop in on him real fast. Hey everybody, Trenton, the whole family says good luck.
Hi everyone, thank you.
Okay, bye. That's always fun. Well, all right. Waiting for our pole sitter Brad Wilson and 6th place Blake Giglio to get your asses on the racetrack. And then we'll have our 23 car starting lineup to go through. Just show off Lucas's car until Brad decides to get on track. I'm sure Lucas doesn't mind the TV time. Start pestering Brad. He's even on live stream right now. Come on, Brad. Even Blake made it on track. We'll show Blake since he was finally on track. Still waiting on Brad. Still waiting on Brad. Show his teammate, Wolfenberger. There's his teammate. Literally the only car we're waiting on is Brad Wilson in the entire field. There he is. Now we can do starting lineups. Jeez, this guy's fast on the track. Slow to get his car out there, though. Brad Wilson starts on pole in a 51 as we go through our starting lineup presented by our friends at the Wanted Goons. Brad Wilson rolling now in the 51. Start as your pole sitter. Lucas Weissman of the 712 Brake Chevrolet starts in second. Scott Rankin, Wanted Goons Nero Power Ford starts in the third spot. Thomas Green, Vanilla Wafers Nutter Butter Chevy in fourth. Hayden Lowell's Napa Chevy starts in fifth. Blake Giglio Low Drag Ford in sixth. Garrett Wolfenbarger Shenandoah Shine Chevy in seventh. Alec Kane True Speed Toyota starts in eighth. Trenton Sneed, Dirty Boy Chevy starts in 9th. Travis Martin, Hot Wheels Ford starts in 10th. Ian Montrose in the C2X Chevy in 11th. Swicegood in the Prime Chevy starts in 12th. Cliff Mullins, AC Racing Graphics Chevy in 13th. Daniel Llewellyn, CTC Chevy 14th. Quinn Newton, 712 Brake Chevy in 15th. Casey Graves, True Speed Toyota in 16th. Matt Grubb, Happy Birthday Bella Ford in 17th. Matt Benke, Amtrak Chevy in 18th. Sheldon Phillips, Happy Birthday Bella Ford in 19th. Nick Cooper in the Ford in 20th. 21st, Jeremy Scherer in the Circle Chevy. 22nd, Tyler Stillwell in the Your Logo Here, Sponsor Me Please Toyota. Gary Wright rounds out the field in the Einstein Moving Co. Chevy in 23rd. 23 cars set to do battle here. Thanks once again to Wanted Goons for our starting lineup as we wait for the green flag from Barney the Flagman. They roll into the box and green flag. Green, 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 green. Field races off towards turn number 1. Brad Wilson clears Lucas Weissman into the corner. Thomas Green side by side with Scott Rankin. The outside, you can hang it out there and side draft the crap out of the inside line and hold them back. But it's not very good on your tires. You probably want to get down, make some laps down low. As we get one sliding in the background. Couldn't tell who that was. Swicegrid's up by the wall. Take a quick look back, see what happened to Swice. He got contact. Couldn't tell who that was. Back up a little further. Matt Benke. Swicegood make contact, and then 28, Matt Grubb and Swicegood make a little contact. They get it straightened out. A little rub of the wall there from Swice. We'll stay green. Quickly single file. No surprise there. I like how Outlaw says his track is awesome as fuck in his opinion. It's Hoytsma from Wilson, Rankin, and Green, then Lowell, Wolfenbarger, Giglio, Kane, Sneed, and Montrose in the top 10. T-Mart 11th, Newton, Graves, Mullins, Llewellyn, Benke, Matt Grubb, Sheldon Phillips, Tyler Stillwell, Gary Wright, Nick Cooper, Jerry Scherer, and Zach Swicegood as they run on lap number 3. See Thomas Green looking inside Scott Rankin. Battle for third. Scott's offered to broadcast a little bit, so let's check in with him and see what's going on. Oh, I want to talk to him, but he is not hanging out. So much for that idea. He lied to me. Top 5 cars kind of spread out from Hayden on back. It's pretty tight. One battle way deep in the field. Had a TV mix. That'll be really helpful. So far, the only incident points were picked up from that contact we saw earlier with Swicegood and Matt Grubb. Nobody's knocked the heck out of the wall yet, which is surprising because it's really easy to do coming out of turn 2 here. And sometimes turn 4 can sneak up on you. You see Scott Rankin just blow the dust off the wall there. Got really close to it. Check in on Trenton. He's in a hot battle. Cars all around him. Like a ride with Mr. Trenton here. Riding in 10th right now, looking ahead to Travis Martin. Take a lap around Nashville Superspeedway on board the Dirty Boys Automotive Chevy. Riding behind Travis Martin, Mr. Ghostman. And we got our first caution while we're on board Trenton. We heard him immediately clutch it in to save fuel.
I mean, don't mind if I do.
Daniel's around on the backstretch. Cliff and Daniel get together. Cliff gets big out of shape, and then Matt Benke gets in the back of Daniel as Cliff saves it. Matt Benke sends Daniel around. Let's get the drones out to get a little better idea of what happened. Oh no. Oh no, Adam Cheeson. Use this. Aha. Matt Daniel down there on the bottom starts to drift up into Cliff. Little net code gets Cliff sideways, and Daniel starts to check up. Matt Benke punts Daniel once, and that first hit turns Cliff straight and knocks Daniel sideways, and then the second hit sends Daniel into the grass. Goodness gracious. Back to 35 there of Matt Benke. Back it up a little further and go on top. Watch from the roof cam. Matt rolling that center of the corner, gets much lower than Daniel, gets a run on him, and right as he starts to take that run, Daniel gets on the cliff. Matt could not then back up that run quick enough to stay off of Daniel. Matt Benke down on the pit lane, getting some damage fixed up after that one. 28's down there. Very busy pit lane. Top 2 stay out, Thomas Green and Scott Rankin. Everybody else coming down and top off the fuel tank. Fuel all the way down the line. Swicegood, first one doing more than just fuel. He saw him get into the outside wall at the start, probably pull fenders away from the wheels. Llewellyn and Shearer extended stays. 30 seconds for Shearer there. Just check in on Cliff. He did fuel only. I guess he wasn't hit too hard there in that 37. Let's have a chat with him. See what he saw. Hear what he saw. One of those. Cliff, DG, you copy?
Yep.
Well, what happened from your perspective there?
Daniel doing Daniel things, put it right in my fucking door.
It was a tiny bit of net code, but yeah, that's pretty much what happened.
I mean, it happens every race at this point. I mean, I'm kind of used to it. It's either me or Quinn. He's going to hit one of us.
Well, here's the shocker. Matt Benke hit Daniel, and that turned you back straight.
Oh, well, I mean, I kind of felt like I had it saved. It was just whether I was going to get run over or not.
Yeah, Matt hit Daniel while Daniel was trying to stay off of you, and you did have it fairly decently saved, but it definitely pointed you back straight again. It was pretty cool.
Yeah, well, hopefully I can avoid the 23 for the rest of the race.
All right, well, you got 119 laps to do that. Good luck.
Yep, thank you.
Mullins giving us a quick chat as they ride down the backstretch here. We get ready to go back racing after that first caution. Nobody took tires. They thought it was too early in the race. I would agree. No tire sets. Everyone just fuel except for 3 cars that worked on damage. Those cars, Swicegood, Scheer, and Llewellyn, 21st, 22nd, and 23rd. Everybody see you on your leaderboard, top 20. Gas only, except for the top 2. Thomas Green, Scott Rankin. Stay out here. I don't think I have Scott to talk to. Even though I was going to talk to him. Here we go. Back to green flag racing as the pace car heads off. And into the restart zone. We don't have to wait for that as Thomas Green gets the launch. He wants to drive away, spread the field out a little bit. Not a bad strategy on these non-draft tracks. Lucas will get through to second. Brad Wilson takes third away from Scott Rankin. Hayden Lowell battling with Scott Rankin now for the 4th spot. You see Garrett Wolfenbarger just behind, waiting for an opportunity to pounce. Out of 2 and onto the backstretch, still side by side for this 4th spot. Scott Rankin not wanting to give it up to Hayden.
Quinn says he's sorry, Travis. He's trying to improve.
It's okay. Whole thing is kind of my fault because I hit the apron and killed my momentum.
So Scott Rankin able to hold it off Hayden Lowell there. Alec Kane looks to be setting up Garrett Wolfenbarger here. Got right to his tail. You don't want to stay right on a driver's tail because it can take so much air off your nose on a track like this and really push you up into the outside wall and exit, or make you burn up your right front tire to not do that. As we see 2 or 3 cars hit the wall and corner entry up there. Field getting quickly single file. No drama as of yet. Cliff in 14th. Cooper, Stillwell, Benke, right, all there in close proximity. It's like a pass going on a little further back. That is Daniel and Scherer in battle for 22nd. There you go. Battle for 22nd is on between Daniel and Scherer. Thomas Green already a half-second lead. Brad Wilson, Scott Rankin, Hayden Lowell, your top 5. Wolfenbarger, as Kenny likes to call him. Riding into the 6th spot. Alec Kane, 7th.
I don't know. I kind of think the defending champion should get the number 1 if he wants it.
Or Supercross. Any other number of disciplines that they do that in.
You can have the 0 one. How about that?
Casey Graves, Travis Martin, Trenton Sneed, Cliff Mullins. Cliff has Nick Cooper. Rivers back in. Scott applying pressure up here. Kane also. A lot of these close battles are just people applying pressure. Here's one, Nick Cooper. Looking inside Cliff Mullins. Probably get a little side by side going on. Couple little instances of contact so far, but not a lot. As I mentioned earlier, this track tends to be pretty clean. Can lend itself to longer green flag runs. Definitely a track you want to race kind of your pace and save your tire, especially the right front. Can get hellaciously tight if you don't. I'll go with Thomas Green. Take a look back at the field. There they are. Giving chase to our leader. Oh, we got some action going a little further back. It's like Casey Graves, maybe. Looking back from Montrose. Now they get single file. Right? We were trying to watch them race. Matt Benke and Gary Wright briefly side by side. That fizzled out. Quickly single file again. Working lap 21. I'm just watching wait. Trying to make their move. Alec Kane get right to the back bumper. Garrett Wolfenbarger able to close right up and not kill his tires, it seems. Uh-oh. That's not good. Come back, Alec. Brad Wilson, Scott Rankin. Briefly, extremely close together. Scott using a little bit of that road racing prowess to set up the corner a little bit. Let's go right to the back bumper of Brad Wilson, looking to the outside. He'll enter the corner high, then try to drive it off straighter and get the run on exit. Here comes the Wanagoons Mustang to the inside. Here's your battle for third. Let's see if Brad Wilson will give up the spot and try to get back down before Hayden fills the gap. Brad Wilson using the side drive, trying to pull the 49 back. And then has a blink. Right when we're watching him. Scott Rankin able to clear. Now Hayden, next one up to try and take the maneuver on Wilson. That now is the battle for fourth. The top two start to get away, but Lucas hanging right on the back bumper of Thomas Green. Thomas had gotten away by about a half second, but Lucas is pulled back up to his bumper.
Brad, I'm not gonna lie, I had a little PTSD down the back last time.
Yeah, I was going to say, this seems eerily familiar.
Is the battle for the lead. Thomas Green.
Is this race like a Halloween and April race, middle of this month?
Top four cars now kind of spread out. Brad Wilson has them stacked up behind him. We're waiting to see if Lucas is going to put a move on for the lead here. The last time by.
April Fools, we set the surrounding area on fire.
That'll be fun. What's a little arson among friends? Trying out some new cams just for fun. Oh, the fan cam is really far away and really quiet. In case you're wondering. There we go. Crank her up style. Brad Wilson, Blake Giglio battling for position. Blake able to get around, so does Garrett Wolfenbarger. Wilson drops to 7th. Blake in a shine sandwich. Like Trent was in a battle back here. Trent and Quinn Newton. The 5 of Newton up the hill in the gold black machine. Trent in that smoky black and white 81. Move Trent up to 13th. Still have all 23 cars running 30 laps in, so that's nice. Battle for the lead, still nice and close, but Lucas not yet putting on moves. Scott Rankin, Hayden Lowles, the battle for third heats up. It's about 7/10 behind our lead pack. Another tenths back to Wolfenberger. That looks like Ted racing again. First and second, then third and fourth, then fifth and sixth, and seventh and eighth, and ninth and 10th, and then they get kind of spread out. It's like Blake trying to make a move here on Wolfenbarger for fifth. Nobody's put on tires yet, so everyone's still on the tires they started the race with. Two cars did not pit and have less fuel. Those are Thomas Green and Scott Rankin. They'll have to pit about 8 to 10 laps before everyone else will. Hayden closing in on Rankin. Looking for an opportunity to put the move on. Look to the outside. Scott's going to send him up the hill. Hayden drives it on in there. See if he can get off the corner with that momentum. Looks like he shall.
You've already wrecked me one time. Please stop me again. I'm just asking for a favor.
He was twice good. So angry about. Mickey goes up to the wall, and 28's just near him. And Swice was not liking the proximity. Okay. Very well. Meanwhile, Hayden does complete that pass. Swice gets by Stillwell for 18th. Sheldon Phillips, Jerry Scherer, 22nd, 23rd. Blake Giglio's able to get by Scott Rankin. Thomas Green leads over Lucas Heusma. Lucas now 2/10 back, not as close as he's been, but still right there. Hayden now third, starting to try and run down that front group, gaining ever so slowly in the Napa car. Meanwhile, Blake trying to chase down Hayden. Travis Martin closing in on Casey Graves. That would be for the final spot in the top 10. Checking on our biggest movers. Nick Cooper. He's a Nick right now. Ranked 12th at 29. 40 Busch Ford. Plus 8 Gary Wright. Started 24th, now 16th. And unfortunately, Brad Wilson going the wrong direction. Started up at the front, now back to the 8th spot. It's our biggest movers as we're 37 laps in. Cooper gets by Casey Graves, picks up another spot. Casey and Trenton. Trenton closing in. You see a attempt at taking away 12th here. Trent goes down to the bottom. He'll wrap around and complete the pass. Move Trent up to 12th coming out of turn 4. Oh, as he smacks the wall. Hopefully I didn't hurt the car too bad. Graves looking back to the inside, but not enough momentum. Brad Wilson, Alec King trade the 7th spot. Move Brad back up to 7.
I'm ready for tires.
Scott Rankin, Thomas Green were the first two that did not pit. So they'll be the first two that have to pit for fuel here. Thomas Green leading in the 13. Scott Rankin running 5th.
49 to pit time.
There you go. Scott Rankin, 40 laps, coming to the pit lane.
I'm pitting this time, Lucas.
And that's your leader, Thomas Green. So 40 laps looks like the window. Race leader, Thomas Green. And 5th place, Scott Rankin. Bring it off the racetrack and into the pit lane. That makes more sense. And then we probably have about 10 laps, maybe 9, before the rest of the field is going to follow him down there. Hayden and Hoytsma battle for the lead. This has led to some tears before, these two racing pretty hard. Tends to happen when you run series weekly. Guys will get kind of annoyed with one another. Can report the 56
I'm
is
sorry,
not
Lucas, I missed the bottom ever so slightly there. That's my bad.
hanging out in low drag. Just diving it down to the bottom to get inside Hayden. We had some other cars hit the pit lane. Matt Grubb and Sheldon Phillips both came down. And happy birthday, Bella cars. Watch this battle for the lead. Lucas was able to cross Hayden over, get back to the bottom, take the lead back. Blake able to run the full arc line there, and Lucas and Hayden had to run it a little differently because they were side by side. It's like Swicegood's peeled off the track. He's hitting the pit lane, one of the first cars that could make it a little bit further to do so. We get this great battle from the top three now. Lucas able to get out and clear of Hayden. See if he slides up on exit and takes away the air off the 56. He does. Now Blake trying to surge ahead, take away second. It's that short line and Hayden gives it up. We'll see if Hayden then decides to peel to the pit lane before the other guys to try to get a little short pit action. But I think the way that was a 10 lap window, and if they can go 40, they save enough fuel, they could cut out a pit stop over the guys that pit early. They'd have to go to lap 50, then lap 90, and then to the end. Of course, that be set up by the early caution. We'll see if anybody can get it to 50. Because that would be right on that 40 lap mark. If they can get it to 50 or 51, I think we'd have drivers cutting out a stop. Hayden and Blake still side by side. Zach Swicegood and Matt Benke both pit. The 6 cars have taken a pit stop. Thomas Green running 18th, 1 lap down. Check in on him. He's passing the 51. That is 5th place car. Jeremy Shear on the pit lane. It's like Nick Cooper coming down the pit lane. That's where our top 3, top 5 really do. Travis Martin gets by Alec Kane up to 6th. Still battling it out for that spot. Top 3 stay out again. I think they're definitely trying to make it to lap 50. There goes Scherer back out on track.
Yeah, I'm going to be good right here.
Alright, so Lucas not going to make it to 50.
Yeah, 56 is coming with him.
16's coming with him.
And top three are all pitting.
55 pitting.
It's like 39 laps.
07.
Under green. Come to the top four. Brad Wilson stays out another lap. Here, that car definitely clutched in. Brad Wilson stayed out, as did Travis Martin, Trenton Sneed, Cliff Mullins, Casey Graves. Those 5 cars, plus Tyler Stillwell, able to go the extra lap. Everybody else on the pit lane. Brad Wilson's going to give it another lap, as is Martin. Trenton's coming down. Cliff's coming down. Casey's coming down. Tyler Stillwell in the 72 be the next one to see what he's doing. And Tyler's coming down, so that leaves it to Brad Wilson and Travis Martin. Those two doing the most saving, trying to cut out a stop. See if Brad pits on 51, his car number, and he will. Travis Martin going to follow him in. Those two Ford Mustangs going longer than everybody else. Those are the two to keep an eye on the rest of the race for trying to cut out a pit stop and make things work at the end. That'll hand the race lead back to Thomas Green. Thomas has 3.6 seconds over Scott Rankin. Here comes Thomas Green out of turn 4. He'll pass the cars on the pit lane. Assume the lead. See Stillwell coming off the pit lane. Llewellyn picked up a black flag. He's going to have to come back down. Long green flag run here. 17 cars on the lead lap. Well, Thomas Green, Scott Rankin, they had to pit before everyone else, so they have some of the oldest tires out there.
Thank you.
Llewellyn served his drive-through. Back out he goes. Lucas leads the cars with the fresh tires. He's 5.3 behind Scott Rankin in closing. The 9-lap fresher tires. Hayden is second behind Lucas. Wolfenbarger about a half second from there. Then Blake 3/10 back. Cooper 3/10 back. And Brad Wilson 4.5 seconds back, but has way fresher tires than Nick Cooper by 4 laps. And as we mentioned, we think Brad and Travis are trying to make it by cutting out a stop. Cliff Mullins, Trenton Sneed could be trying to do that as well, but they're just not as good on the numbers. They don't have that extra lap, is what I'm trying to say. The strategy going every which way right now. Fun to try and keep track of. I'll do my best to keep you guys on the same page. We have a battle for the 10th spot. Trenton and Alec King battle for it. About 10.5 laps away from halfway here. Giving out stage points at the end of lap 65. Casey Graves and the 4 and the 37 of Cliff Mullins battling here. As for 13th. Travis Martin gets by Alec Kane for 11th. Lucas slowly reeling in Scott Rankin. It's down to 3.4 seconds. Thomas Green has 3.2 over Scott Rankin. So Lucas 6.7 behind our leader. See if Lucas is saving it all. Right on board with him here. Do some onboards. Do some listening in. Not here clutching on the 97. A little bit of a wall touch. Tiny one. Well, let's compare that with Brad Wilson, see if he's clutching. Not yet. Doing a bit of lifting coast, but not so much on the clutching here.
Thanks, man.
See what T-Mart's up to.
At this point, I got nothing to lose.
Bill, you got your head off early and got out of the way early. You did everything you could. That's what I appreciate.
Yeah. Scott said. Just don't hear clutching just yet. Check on Trenton. Currently in the 10th spot.
Stake the inside on the corner one.
So is anyone going to see the Minecraft movie on Friday?
Hayden sounds bored.
Chicken jockey.
That was Blake. He sounded like he was clutched in. Yeah, Blake's clutching it. Currently in the 6th spot. Wolkenberger's, he's still in throttle. See for Hayden. No clutching on Hayden. No clutching for Lucas. Scott's way off on the number, so I highly doubt he'd be clutching. He gotta make an extra stop by not pitting on that first caution. Him and Thomas Green both. Travis Martin, Trenton Steve battle for 10th. Gary Wright's twice good, trade 16th. Lucas has caught up to the 49, and Scott giving Lucas the bottom lane here. This will sweep through into second. We'll try to trace down now Thomas Green, 2.8 seconds the gap. So we get to lap 65. Thomas should be able to hang on for the stage win here. Trenton's still holding on to that final point. Thomas will bring it out of turn number 4, and Thomas gets the stage win here at halfway. We don't throw a caution like NASCAR does. We keep them running. Keep the strategy in play. Thomas Green 10, Lucas 9, Rankin 8, Hayden 7, Wolfenberger 6, Giglio 5, Cooper 4, Wilson 3, Montrose 2, and Trenton Steed gets the final point. Scott running in 3rd, Hayden in 4th. Looks like Travis now gets by Trenton for that 10th spot, just a lap too late. Yep, there you see Trenton say, I got the stage point, I'm happy. Let's run through the field. Thomas Green, your race leader, last pitted 26 laps ago. I don't believe he can cut out the pit stop some of the others are trying to save fuel for. So I think he'll have to make an extra stop if it goes green to the end, and that could be disaster for his strategy. But he's been out front most of this race. Lucas Oyster rides in second in the 97, 1.8 seconds back, has 9 lap fresher tires, and running down Thomas Green currently. Third spot, Scott Rankin trying to hold off Hayden. Rankin's on the same strategy as Thomas Green as Hayden sweeps around the outside and takes over the third spot. Hayden and the Napa team pitted 18 laps ago, so they have a little bit fresher rubber, and they're on the edge of cutting out a stop. We haven't heard him trying to push in the clutch yet. Wolfenbarger running in the 5th spot. Same story with him. Have not heard him clutching. Giglio we have heard clutching. The number 16 Mustang rides in 6th. He's trying to cut out a stop if he can. Nick Cooper rides in 7th. He's 2 laps worse on fuel than Blake Giglio. Somebody 2 laps better than Giglio, Brad Wilson. He went 2 laps longer in that first stint. So he is 2 laps better than everyone else right now. He went, 42 laps on that set of that fuel tank. So him and Travis Martin both ran that same strategy, as well as Tyler Stillwell, but Stillwell back in 18th off the pace. I don't think it's going
Hang on
to
to it, Jeremy.
be a big thing for him. Trenton Sneed currently in that 11th spot. We just skip over Ian. I'm going to show Ian. Ian running in that 9th spot. Brad Wilson 8th. Trenton in 11th. Alec Kane is 12th. Casey Graves, True Speed Toyotas, 12th and 13th. Cliff Mullins in 14th. He is 19 laps since his pit stop, 20 laps since Quinn Newton came down. Blake Giglio gets around Scott Rankin for 5th while we're chatting. Gary Wright runs in the 16th spot. Zach Swicegood, the Prime Machine, in 17th. Tyler Stillwell running his unsponsored 72 in 18th. Jeremy Scherer, 1 lap down. First car, 1 lap down in that 19th spot. Blake Giglio and Wolfenbarger trade the 4th spot. There's Matt Benke running in 20th, 1 lap down. Sheldon Phillips, 1 lap down in 21st. Matt Grubb, 1 lap down in 22nd, right behind him. The birthday cars for Bella. One more time. Happy birthday, Bella. Just past halfway. Daniel Wallen running in 23rd, also 1 lap down. So good battle going on back there for 21st, 22nd, 23rd. We get back to it. Thomas Green leads by less than a second. And Lucas Weitzman, then Hayden Law.
I miss the days where Lucas had bad racetracks.
Well, you're on 800 laps a week. Help.
That's a lot of laps. That is
Dedicated to the grind,
a
you know?
lot of laps. Checking for battles. You got Wolfenbarger and Giglio, but Giglio just got by Wolfenbarger, so I think that one's just going to kind of stay steady there. Matt Benke on the pit lane with the 35. Only 28 laps. That's a bit early. I wonder if he smacked the wall or something. Just wanted to come down and get tires. I don't know. Daniel Wallen just smacked the wall. Picked up a 2X for hitting it as hard as he did. Didn't have a meatball, but oh, right across Quinn. Of course it's Quinn. The 28 trying to get out of the way. Goes all the way to the bottom. Then Daniel just whoo, right up the hill into the wall. I think he's hurt the steering on the. Oh yeah, you see that right front is bent in. And Daniel's car is a little broken. Hopefully he knows that as the race leader's coming. Yeah, he seems to be oil. Trying to get out of the way. As Lucas and Hayden battle. Second spot. Couple of Camaros duking it out.
That 32's got a limited aura.
32. 23.
Oh, yeah.
Just talking about the 5th place car.
29 pit.
And Nick Cooper. 28 laps, and he's calling into the pit lane? Question mark? All right, 49 pitting. 49 makes sense. In 35 laps green, he knows he has to split it up, so he's going to try and get more tires on it and split it up the best he can. Meanwhile, Thomas Green is running the strategy of praying for a caution. Let's keep it out front as long as possible and hope for that caution. Almost got it. Daniel Llewellyn breaking that right front on his car. Fast repair for Llewellyn and back out on track. Matt Grubb, the only other one to use a fast repair. Montrose, Benke, Phillips, Llewellyn, and Grubb on the pit lane recently. Along with Scott Rankin, who just left. 17 cars still to complete the next cycle of pit stops. Thomas Green, the next one we believe has to come in. Also soon to see Swicegood and Scherer. There are your top three. The yellow 13, the white 97, and the white and yellow 356. I believe that was Thomas Green saying pitting this lap. The 13 peels off. And he does. Hands the race lead to Lucas Weissman and Hayden Law.
Blake give me those tires burning off. There's no way.
See if Blake's still clutching now that the 32 is on his tail.
I don't know how to save tires. I'm not very good at that. Yeah, right, pal.
April Fools. Yep, still clutching it. Still clutching it. Hayden gets in front of Lucas as we're riding along with Blake listening to him clutch it. And Lucas with the crossover. He gets back to his inside as Hayden smacks the hell out of the wall. Lucas all the way to the inside. I wonder if there was net code there or he just was getting away for the avoiding of the net code. We've seen the wall and cars make some weird net code lately. While we were watching it from Blake. Lucas out in front of Hayden. Good battle up there for the lead.
What the fuck are you doing, dude?
Henry Llewellyn. Scott Rankin fresh off the pit lane. A little bit of net code. Same thing Daniel gave.
I'm not pushing it for two. Yeah, those people.
Spiciness with the lap car. Lincoln currently the first car 1 lap down. He works his way past the Ghostman 7th place car. 2 leaders. Probably about 6 laps away from pitting. Let's see if there's any saving going on up here. Jump on board. Lucas grabbed quite a lot of the wall there. Gary Wright coming in, 33 laps since he was last on pit lane. Currently running 13th on the lead lap.
Hello, Scott. Hello, Thomas.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. I'm betting this time.
Still no saving going on up here. Not in Hayden. Heard Lucas before just say it's SRL, you assume you get a caution. Martin gets by Nick Cooper as Cooper pits. I have to go 44 laps. Don't see that happening. Now let's go 27 from Troubled.
Thanks, I guess.
27 currently running 21st.
I don't get it.
I don't know. I mean, you just ran right in there. I figured that's pretty plain and simple.
I mean, those fresh tires coming behind you. I'm telling you, I want to go low. And...
Move the outside, dickhead.
My bad, Diego. I did not mean to do that.
Well, that's where that beef came from.
I think you're good. I don't care.
Hayden, 87. Have to go 43 laps. Doubt that's happening. Lucas stays out. Also to the pit lane, Nick Cooper. I think you mentioned that one. Jimmy Shear.
Y'all are on better tires. Y'all can go ahead and go. I'm trying to fight.
Watch out. One of them will run into you.
Keep running your mouth, dude.
It's Thomas Green and Brad Wilson
Nah, you
beefing.
suck.
A couple of SRL champions beefing right now.
See, common denominator. 13.
Maybe if you had a brain, you could see that you got 2 cars with fresh tires behind you.
Pitting right here. Pitting.
Lucas trying to break up the
Well,
nonsense.
maybe if you had a brain, you could see there's more track than the line I'm on.
Okay, well, when you're swerving multiple lanes in front stretch, it's not checked in. You gotta pick a fucking line.
Lucas again going 39 laps and pitting.
We're in that corner. Whoa.
Blake gonna go an extra lap.
Yeah, God forbid go to be yellow and infallible forever.
It's called respect, and you clearly don't have any, but it's alright.
Wow.
Said the one that drives through something, whatever.
Are you talking about yourself?
We got beef.
I don't know. That 51 car can drive through people here.
Pitman.
Shut up, we can pit.
No, I can left rear people by trying to digress.
Blake on the
Alright,
pit lane.
True. My bad.
Trenton.
I apologize.
Coming to the pit lane. They should be able to make it to the end. Casey Graves coming to the pit lane. Travis Martin, Brad Wilson, probably pretty safe on making it to the end. I don't even need to save anymore, I don't think. Just come bolt on them tires and go. Blake, Trenton, Casey, all on the pit lane. Thomas stays out. Thomas is probably not making it to the end. Probably why he's so angry. Scott Rankin probably not making it to the end. Ian Montro's definitely not making it to the end. Hayden. Big question mark over whether Hayden can get to the end or not. Nick Cooper, probably not. Lucas might be able to. Currently in 8th. Brad Wilson on the pit lane.
And you are freshies.
Travis Martin, your race later, comes to the pit lane.
Yes,
Hopefully that car on the inside of him doesn't play a factor here. Now Thomas has some of the older tires. He'll walk past Travis Martin here. He would have to go 50 laps. That's just not happening. Scott Rankin would have to go 53. That's not happening. Probably split these runs in half and try to get the best tires they can out of the end of it. Or stay out there and pray for a caution. Those are the options. Travis hits the pit lane. Back out he goes. Down to 10th and falling. I'm sure Trenton will get him by the exit here.
Take a low one.
Trenton takes over the spot. Moves up into the top 10 once again. I think Kane may even be battling for Travis by the time they get to the end of the straightaway. Oof, Travis got tight on those new tires. Had to lift out of it a little bit. And Kane takes over 11th. So Travis will settle into 12th, fresh off the pit lane. Now he has the freshest tires of anybody. Let's see if he can use that to his advantage and start moving up. We know he can make it to the end. I think 6th on back can probably make it. We'll see how much Lucas is saving. We'll go on board with him here in a minute. Let's take a ride. And you can hear it clutched. See Lucas in there. His old Pontiac fire suit. He don't care he's in a Chevy. Pontiac at heart. Yep. Big time clutching. A lot of saving going on for Lucas. So Lucas is on the save train. Let's listen to Wolfenbarger. A little lifting coast, but not a lot of clutching there. He's on the same lap as Lucas, as far as pit lap. 2 laps to the better. Brad Wilson, Shendo a shine car. He can try and push and run down those cars. So they try to save fuel up there. Stabbed the throttle a couple times through 3 and 4 there. Curious about Nick Cooper. See him backing up a little bit. See if he's trying to save. I think it'd be too little too late for this car. He'd have to save a massive amount of fuel. Hayden gets by Ian for 3rd. Yeah, he is clutching Nick Cooper. I just think it's too little too late. Lucas has a 4-lap advantage over Nick Cooper on the fuel. Ian, I'm sure, knows his opportunity is just not coming. He's the worst one on fuel still on a racetrack. Him and Matt Benke back in 20th. Matt, of course, 2 laps down. It's a little different. Leader Thomas Green, I doubt he's clutching. Let's see what Hayden's doing.
Come on, 3 here, Lucas.
He's clutching. He'd have to go 42, 43, somewhere in there. Which feels feasible after what we watched Brad Wilson do, but
Yes, sir.
I'll have to see. If Hayden can make it, I would be impressed. 42 laps without a caution. Thomas Green definitely can't make it, nor can Scott or Ian. Those 3 cars cannot make it. Hayden is trying like hell in 3rd. Lucas, I know, is trying. I can't tell him Nick Cooper. He'd be 2 laps worse than Hayden. Hayden in 3rd, Lucas in 5th. Wolfenbarger 7th, Wilson in 8th, Giglio 9th, Trenton Steed 10th, Martin 11th, Casey Graves and on back. I'm pretty sure all those cars can make it. It's just about which ones at the front can't. Swicegood just smacked the hell out of the wall and picked up a 2X. Placement gets around Nick Cooper there. Nick Cooper having to back it up as he is trying like hell to save, and I think he just said he was 29 or 49. It is 49. 25 laps. He pits for that final time. He knew he wasn't going to make it. He's trying to split it up, get the best finish he can using the freshest rubber. And he'll be tearing through the field, especially with a lot of guys trying to save. Could get quite spicy and dangerous. Be entertaining one way or another. Thomas Green leads by 5 seconds over Hayden Lull. Thomas Green, we are fairly certain, cannot make it if we stay green. Hayden Lull, big question mark. Lucas, big question mark. Nick Cooper, big question mark. First one we feel pretty confident about is Brad Wilson in 6th. Pretty confident Brad Wilson can make it. Then 2 laps more needing to be saved this run would be Wolfenbarger and Hoytsma, 3rd and 5th. They're on the same strategy. Then another 2 laps for Hayden in second. Then another 2 laps for Nick Cooper in fourth. So Nick Cooper in the biggest trouble outside of Thomas Green. So now Ian Montrose has pit. I'm going to hear a lot of clutching in this final 25 laps. There is your leader for now. Brad Wilson around Nick Cooper. Nick started this saving journey much later than everyone else did. He's fallen down to that 6th spot. And race leader Thomas Green decided it was time, splitting up the run in half. He'll come down after 25 laps, both on a set of tires. Go back out there for 25 laps and see what he can salvage out of the day.
Hello, Blake.
Scott Rankin, same strategy. He's currently in 15th, 1 lap down. Just not working out for those cars that needed the caution.
Quit just body check me. Can we look at that?
Who just body checked you? Who body checked whom?
Quinn just tried to commit homicide on me.
He's just showing you some of his wrestling moves.
He said, I'm going low. He said, nah, bro.
Here we go. Quit and twice. Oh my gosh.
Sorry, boy.
Blake right behind Wolfenberger.
It wasn't gonna have any sort of big comment for how to pretend it there, and then so you got used up a little.
Hayden 2.6 over Lucas. 2 laps less in the fuel tank than Lucas. So big question mark for this 56 whether or not he can get to the ends. Hi Nikki. 27 and 28 are running 22nd, 23rd. There's 27. There's the 28. Happy birthday, Bella. But the cars look cool. We won't tell you that those are the last 2 cars on the track. There's Matt Grubb. There is Sheldon Phillips. Hayden. 21 laps to go. He'd have to go 42, 43? That's a lot. Lucas has been going 39 every run, but he has been clutching on this run more than he had been before. He'd have to save 2 more laps than Brad Wilson. Wilson can pretty much go at full speed. He's only a 1.5 seconds behind Lucas. Lucas can't afford to save too much. Brad Wilson can get there. Blake's been saving. He's in 4th. The car on the best fuel strat is Travis Martin. We know damn well he can make it. He only has to go 37 laps on his run, so he's good. Trenton battling the Ghost Man. Ghost Man gets around Trent. I think Trent's trying to stretch it to the end. He'd have to go 40. It's not as tall of an ask. Yeah, Hayden would have to go 43. That is a big, big number to ask for. Thomas Green sweeps around and unlaps himself. So now if the caution comes out, Thomas Green has the freshest tires in 12th. Sure, everyone would pit at that point, though. 20 laps in this set already. They would definitely come down and get those tires. Hayden leads. Everyone's trying to save fuel. Lucas is second, 2/10 back. Brad Wilson, probably the one least worried about fuel in the top, let's say, 6 cars. Martin in 7th is the only one better by a lap. Wilson, Giglio, Wolfenbarger, Cooper, And Martin, Sneed, Graves, and Kane, your top 10. Cliff in 11th. We had one caution on lap at 6. It's been green ever since. Ian making his way past the 29 lap car. Lead lap car, excuse me. Ian is a lap car. Nick in 6th right now. There's Trenton and the Ghost Man 7th and 8th. And Giglio and Wolfenbarger 4th and 5th. Not a lot of battles going on. A lot of the battles right now are against the fuel tanks, trying to save as much fuel as possible to make it to the end. Nick Cooper. It's been 29 laps since this 29 was on the pit lane. Have to worry about the fuel for that 29 Ford. I think that's asking it to go 44 laps. Go on board, see if he's even trying to save or if he already knows he's got to pit. He's trying. I don't know if he can save 5 laps, but he's trying. I also see the right front's kind of cooked. Pushing up on corner exit. Wolfenbarger reeling in Giglio. This is a battle for 4th. Wolfenbarger's got to save one more lap than Blake does. And yet he is running down Giglio. That's interesting. "13 cars on the lead lap with Scott Rankin able to unlap himself. Make their way past the Matt Grubb machine. Wolfenbarger just riding Giglio's draft, or really trying to put a pass on here. Catching the low drag. Number 5 of Quinn Newton, currently 14th. First car off the lead lap, sitting in the lucky dog spot right now. Ian must be right behind him. Yep. I'm guessing so, Kenny. I don't know his middle name, to be honest. I hope it's something like Theodore. Watching from Quinn, Giglio, and the 32 battle. I feel like I did know that one. Nice. Hayden, a 1.3 second gap over Lucas. Does Lucas try to push him to run out of fuel? Does Lucas let him save? Someone hit the wall. Is it Blake? Blake bounced off the fence. Allows Wolfenbarger by. Picking on Thomas Green, led most of the race. He's made it back up to 12th on the lead lap. He's about 3 seconds behind Cliff Mullins. 10 to go. Running almost a full second faster, so he should be able to get Cliff. He may be able to even get all the way up to as high as Casey Graves. If he can continue running a second a lap faster than these guys, he could get back up to 9th. But definitely not the race he wanted after leading most of it. Just didn't pit on that first caution. Probably assumed there'd be more, and so far that assumption has been wrong, but it never know in the last 9 laps what could happen. Check in on race leader. Caden Lowell has 1.3 over Lucas in second. And there's Brad Wilson riding in third. Garrett Wolfenbarger, Blake Giglio, 4th and 5th. Nose to tail right there. And 5 seconds back, Nick Cooper. Nick's trying desperately to save. He's just going to keep hemorrhaging spots, trying to make it to the end. I believe he's going to get to a point where he might as well have pit and come down like Thomas Green did. Just checking in, Nick Cooper is asking his car to go 45 laps on a tank of fuel. Most we've seen is 39 for the guys that run flat out, and the ones that have been saving can get to 42. And here comes Nick Cooper. 37 is when he decided it was just not going to happen. Mr. Alien on Dirt brings his Ford Mustang down the pit lane. I'll give Thomas Green another spot. That's Gary Wright in 16th. Gary already won that down in 16th. Could not make it to the end. Been 39 laps and he had been on the pit lane. Attention comes to Hayden. Out of turn number 2, headed back to 3. Hayden carries on another lap. Gap's 1.4 over Lucas. Lucas just got passed by Montrose, not for position, but Montrose trying to come on lap himself. Brad Wilson 8 tenths back in 3rd. Wolfenbarger riding in 4th. And currently the car worst on fuel in the entire top 10 is our race leader, Hayden Lowell. He might be able to make it, Kenny. You have to ask 43 laps out of it. We've seen 42 tonight. So if he can get that extra lap, still hold off Lucas. It wouldn't shock me if he made it. I'd be impressed, but it wouldn't shock me.
Ian, go to the outside.
Hayden trying to take the shortest possible route, so sending Ian to the high side. Does not want to be pushed up off the bottom. And Hayden coming to the pit lane. Gives up the shtick. Hayden Lowell has to pit. Didn't get the caution he wanted. Lucas Weissman takes over the race lead. He only has to save 41 laps. And we've seen that a couple of times tonight. Can Lucas make it to the end? Brad Wilson behind him probably can. Pretty sure Brad's good right behind him. So it's all about Lucas. Brad needs to try and push in his final 3 laps. Try to push Lucas to run out. Because Lucas is definitely backing up to what Brad's running. He doesn't have to push as hard.
Now that was real fucking smart.
Oh, anger out of Wolfenbarger.
I got fucking pressure tires. Don't fucking hold me up. Oh, go fuck yourself.
That wasn't even the right guy.
Language, children.
Yeah, watch your fucking mouth.
Hey, at least 13 as a friend.
So,
White flag in the air.
Daniel's okay to do it, but I'm not okay to do it to Daniel. Alright, noted.
Can it make it back around? Lucas on the back stretch has a second in hand over Wilson. Hayden drops down because he doesn't want to run another lap.
fucking mouth, dude.
Finish better, pussy.
Wow.
Oh,
We got beef.
What are you, a fucking virgin, dude? Shut the fuck up. I don't give a fuck.
Alright,
God.
alright. Come on. Okay.
And Lucas is your winner. Looks like he ran out right at the line.
Hey.
Oh my gosh, do they ever shut up? Fucking children.
Great win, Lucas Oitzman.
40 laps in that final run, which is what we've seen a lot of guys do.
Sorry about that there, 24. I lost the right front. 3 and 4.
Lucas makes the fuel last. Brad Wilson second. Wolfenbarger third. Giglio fourth. And Travis Martin gets the top 5. We'll close that.
Right there. I can't believe we...
Mute the children. We can talk to Lucas. Have a grown-up conversation. Hi, Lucas. TG. Got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Well, you made the fuel last there at the end. Do you even have enough left for the burnout?
I got a 1/10 of a gallon. Let's see.
All right, let's see what it does.
Oh, yeah.
There we go.
Said a little too much. Hit some more speed. Oh, there it goes.
There it went. All right, man. Well, congrats on making that fuel stretch. Just a wizard at that sort of thing. Congrats on the victory here tonight. You got the friends, family, sponsor shout-outs for it?
Yeah, just shout out to Quinn at 712 Breaks. Zach Swicegood, he wanted to shout out. My parents and everybody watching, you for broadcasting, everybody for racing it. I'm glad we got it under green.
Yeah, one caution all night on lap 10. Did you see that coming at all?
No, honestly, with the way it started, everybody was racing super hard. Thought we were going to get a bunch of them, but props to everybody.
What point did you realize this was probably going green? You need to worry about fuel.
I mean, the first 2 runs, I was just kind of, I know how this goes. It's SRL, so I'm just going to drive it hard and keep track position. And then we got to that last one. I'm like, all right, it's probably time to start saving fuel. So did that for the entire last stage. Almost bit me in the ass because Bradley set himself up a lot better. But I think I kind of saved tires while I was saving fuel, so that helped me a lot. I was able to kind of maintain the gap, but he was really fast there on that last run.
Well, all right. Congrats on being just a master at this tire saving and the fuel strategy. Appreciate you racing with us tonight, and well, tell us about tomorrow night.
Well, tomorrow, Talladega, cutoff race for the regular season. Some guys are going to want to get into the playoffs, chase, whatever you want to call it, and some guys just going to want to win at whatever cost. But either way, it's going to be entertaining. Make sure to tune in on CTCRN.
Hell yeah, I'm going to go upside down in that race.
That'd be entertaining.
Haven't been the 92 car in a while. All right, man. Congrats on the win here tonight. We'll see you tomorrow.
Thank you, sir. See ya.
Lucas back down in his team. Congrats to Lucas on the win here. Get this moved around. Pick up second place. Bradley G. Wilson. We have to track him down here. He's got to go back in time to find that beautiful shine car on the racetrack. There he is. See if we can get a closer angle here. My goodness. It's like we're wanting to watch from the grandstands here. That's better. Let's pull in Mr. Wilson if he's hanging out somewhere. Hopefully he is. Oh my gosh. Things are not doing what they're supposed to do. Garrett Wolfenbarger's in the waiting room. Where's Mr. Wilson? He's still down in Shine talking. He's chit-chatting. Oi!
Hello?
Hello! We brought it home in P2 tonight. Looks like you were set up beautifully on the fuel. I thought you really could push harder there at the end and maybe try to push Lucas to run out of gas, but it didn't quite work out. What did you maybe need to get Lucas there at the end?
I don't know. I know I pushed it like hell there, knowing that we could make it the rest of the way. Just had to hit my marks, but I think a lot of it came down to the time we lost from the 13 just driving through us during the green flag cycles. Just had to use a fast repair, get back out there. Just a little unfortunate.
And 4 will still come home with good points tonight. Second place finish with the Shine Machine. You got the shout outs for us tonight for that P2?
I got to thank the crew chief up on the box, Ryan File, told me put it below that yellow line, and that we did. We got a few positions. We got the pole because of it, so we stuck true to it all night. My teammates, Garrett and Casey and Alec, new one tonight. Just them running with us, having that long green flag run. Just shout out to everybody here. I mean, it's pretty incredible.
All the true shine. It's a good time.
Yes, sir.
All right. Well, congrats on that P2 run. Get on out here and enjoy your night, and hopefully we'll see you in CTC tomorrow.
Oh, absolutely, sir.
All right. Brad Wilson brings it home P2. Now we track down his teammate, Wolfenbarger, who's actually up in the waiting room. I can't believe Wolfenbarger, the one tonight in the waiting room listening to rules and things. Look at you. I'm proud of you.
Thank you. Try and do the right thing.
I know. I had to go track down Brad, and you're in the waiting room. It's like backwards of how it normally is.
Oh, I was ready to go.
Oh, fuck it with me now. Congrats on that P3 run. Saved the fuel, made it get to the end. Were you kind of worried that maybe you'd run out when Brad Wilson had saved a couple extra laps?
Yeah, was a little scared there, but, this 32 Chevrolet Shindo Shine Machine just saved enough fuel out there. A little sketchy there at the end, getting run over by some people. Didn't know, I wasn't expecting that, so a little interesting. And I should have pitted a lap later than I did the first pit stop. Because I started catching all those guys that were racing, Hayden, Lucas, and Giglio. They were all racing each other, and I started catching them. And I had one more lap of fuel left. I could have won an extra one. I really wasn't thinking. I was kind of scared to go to pit road, so I thought maybe I'd just follow them and hopefully make it. And we had a great pit entry. Got down there, and then we started going through the laps, and we never got a yellow. And I started looking at the fuel, and I'm yelling at everybody in our chat. I'm like, am I going to make it? I don't know. So I started saving, and luckily I held on there to P3. I'm surprised Blake didn't save more than me. I'm shocked. Usually he is the save master. So we will take P3, and yeah, nice to talk to you. And didn't run out of gas. Usually on these fuel run races, I kind of knew it was going to go like that, but we survived. We made it, so we'll take it.
And 4, congrats on the podium finish. Go ahead, hit me with the
Thank you.
friends, family, sponsor shout-outs, and don't forget to
Yeah.
yell Mooncar if you say it.
Yeah, Shenandoah Shine, K Designs, Brantley Bryant for making my paint. Should have raced tonight, but he's a loser, like always.
I thought the word was pussy.
Pussy, and so is Brandon Pearl. Like, he's a pussy too. And Mooncar. All right,
Mooncar.
got them. Mooncar. We'll be racing that after this, so hopefully we can get us a dub in that. That'd be great.
Good luck.
And yeah, True Shine. You know.
True Shine.
We got who do we got? We got Casey Graves, P7. We got Alec. Where's Alec at? He was in there.
9th.
9th, and we got, unfortunately, Nick Cooper didn't save the fuel. So, but it was great having them in there all night. And Ryan File, I guess he technically was our crew chief. I don't think he did as good as Bradley says he did, but you know, he was up there, you know, cheering us on. So,
because you didn't go below the line enough.
I mean, I went below the line. Just
Not enough.
I didn't do it because of him. You know, I wasn't listening to him on that part. But yeah, overall, good race. Had fun. Might be here next week. I don't know. What track are we at?
That one that goes in circles.
Oh, turns left.
And yeah, it turns left. You know the one I'm talking about?
Yeah, it might. Does it have a yellow line?
It might. It's also very bumpy, and it's in North Carolina.
Oh no. Oh no. That means it's
There's a rock in it and some ham.
Rock and ham. Oh yeah, I don't know about that one. That's a rough track. That's not one of my favorites. So maybe Bradley could convince me, but you never know.
Yeah. You might as well lose some fillings during the race. You know, nothing wrong with that.
Right.
All right, man. Congrats on that third. Good luck in Mooncar. We appreciate you.
Yep. Thanks.
Later. That is Garrett Wolfenbarger bringing home P3, having a good time. Hopefully you guys did as well. And yeah, what a fun race that was. A lot of green flag running, a lot of different strategies, different comers and goers. That's exactly the kind of racing I like. Let's check in on our final results once we get things moved out of our way here. And here we go. Hopefully it's all ready to go first and on the right page. Lucas Oyster, Brad Wilson, Garrett Wolfenbarger, your podium. Giglio and Martin round out your top 5. Sneed, Graves, Green, Kane, and Mullins the top 10. Page 2, we have Rankin, Montrose, Law, Quinn Newton, Nick Cooper, Tyler Stillwell, Jeremy Scher, Gary Wright, and then Daniel Llewellyn and Matt Benke. And our final group, Zach Spicegood, Sheldon Phillips, Matt Grubb, and, well, that last one didn't get to race with us, but shout out to him anyway for being here and being awesome. Hope you guys had a great week ahead of you, and thanks for being here tonight. Thanks for watching the race. If you're still here, if you're over on the YouTube, don't forget to hit that free subscribe button. That helps us out a ton. The like button does as well. Oh my gosh, that car got up with 2 wheels there at the end. Definitely a hard hit there from Thomas Green in the 51. Did not see that coming. Anyway, thanks to everyone watching over on the YouTube and over on the Twitch. Hope you have a great, wonderful rest of your night, and we'll see you back here same time and next week. Thank you so much. All right, that wraps up the YouTube. Now we just hang out on Twitch. It shouldn't be a whole lot of whodunits.